This is a Headgum podcast.
I feel that summer sunshine rising in the sky, and I'm feeling that very familiar urge to refresh my closet because y'all know I'm loving, living, laughing a fun look. But here's what I'm not going to do anymore because I'm in my 30s and I'm over it. I'm not going to waste money on pieces I'm only going to wear once or just for one season. Quince has changed that because guess what, baby girl? Quince's clothes are timeless, lightweight, and far more elevated than anything else at this price. It finally feels like my wardrobe is matching my standards, which are high. Here's what I love. Italian leather platform sandals, gag. Luxe swimwear, gag. European linen shorts and dresses from $30, gag, gag, gag. The best part, everything with Quince is half the cost of similar brands. By working directly with top artisans and cutting out the middlemen, Quince gives you luxury without the markup, and Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. I literally just was wearing my Quince silk mini skirt. I'm obsessed with their basics. They're really high quality, really nice. And so I'm going to wear that mini skirt. Guess what? I'm going to Italy. I'm going to wear it in Italy. Whatever. Get over it. Stop being jealous. So give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince. Go to quince.com/seek treatment for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/seek treatment to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/seek treatment.
Hey bitch, what is your whole deal? Hey bitch, just tell us how you feel. You wished for a sign from above. Well, here's a podcast about boy sex, fucking, dating, and love. Seek treatment if you're boring as fuck. Seek treatment if you're unlucky in love. Seek treatment if you just can't take a hint. Well, seek treatment with Kat and Pat.
Hey. Oh.
Hey.
Let me swallow. I swallow. Keep that in. I swallow.
That was the so 90s, this followers.
Hey.
Who's hey?
Ooh, I am Kitty Cat.
I am actually coming to you live from where I am and saying that I'm Pat, and this is Seek Treatment,
Podcast about boys, sex,
podcast
fucking,
of-
dating, and love. I have so many things to tell
I'm
you.
going products-less.
You look really young. It's really cute.
I sent the funniest email yesterday that was like so humiliating.
To who?
Hey, well, my manager switched assistants, and I have this amazing partnership with Celsius where they said,
oh my God.
and his old assistant had been like, do you want monthly shipments? And I was like, absolutely.
Right.
And I got one over a month ago. And so I was sort of like, it's time for that next shipment. It hasn't been coming. So I had to send to my manager's new assistant, like, hey, just wanted to check in about something. So Abby had arranged for monthly shipments I haven't gotten. Would you be able to investigate a little bit and find out a way of getting that next shipment of
So
Celsius?
now that we're working
She was like,
together,
yeah,
there's a
I'll
couple
look
things you need to know about me. I receive monthly shipments of Celsius. You need to get Celsius
she
to
was
pay
like,
you
I
to
will
post
look
or
into
something.
it. I know, but even just getting
I
the
know.
monthly
When you get a
ship
free
is,
thing
like,
that you
great.
actually like, it's the best feeling in the world. Like I have to shout out,
I
actually,
know,
I have to
but
shout out Bagoo because Bagoo sent me this purse that I'm actually obsessed with and it feels so amazing that it was free. So thank you, Bagoo.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bagoo.
I know. Now, what are you keep bandying
Yes.
about these updates?
Because thank you for noticing. I'm bandying about. First of all, I did want to say we were talking about someone who's gotten too humongous for their britches, which is a fun phrase to keep in mind for everyone.
Someone in my orbit has gotten humongous for
Their
their
britches have stayed the same size and they've become humongous within the britches.
And since we're saying this, literally, like, people on Reddit are gonna just start naming all of my close friends, and they're gonna destroy my life just because they're bored. So thank you, Redditors.
I made such a mistake.
Oh, I want to really say I've been having so much fun on Cameo.
Really?
And it's been so much fun. I'm not gonna say that much longer. So if you want one, even for like Christmas, order it soon because I'm like, I don't have really the time.
You don't
for
have
it.
any time.
But it's just fun to make silly little videos.
Oh my God. It is fun to laugh. No, my big update is that I think maybe I said this on the podcast, but Brian and I are now renting the apartment next door. So we have 2 apartments.
Yes.
Which means that
Yes.
now I have my own office / closet / getting ready room. And I'm coming. This is the first podcast being recorded in my office. Brian makes fun of me because my office is mostly a
So the
bed.
layout-
Is mostly a bed.
No, is the office the bedroom of your old apartment?
No, sorry.
Cool.
My office is my current bedroom that's now different.
Okay.
Because I have this
and
big
where do you
closet
sleep
thing.
then?
And that's my
And where do you
vanity.
sleep then? Oh,
I sleep in
cute.
the
But-
living room of 5.
And is that that's the first place you
Yeah.
lived? Okay.
So now
cool.
it's literally my mental health has increased 3,000%.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine the mental health you're
The
having
mental health
right
I'm having
now.
is through the roof. It's humongous for my britches. No, basically, I mean, before I was living in a state. Haley Nauman described it best because she came over and she was like, "Oh, so your situation is that if you are holding something, there's nowhere to put it down, and that makes you mentally unwell
Yeah.
because there was nowhere to put anything.
Yes.
So things were just going on the.
There's not.
Like I was living in complete squalor, and no matter how much stuff I got rid of, there was just no room for us both. And then, starting at first weekend of June, I was able to take all of Brian's shit, throw it in his office, take all my shit, throw it in my office, and now I can actually breathe. I can actually create. I already wrote a new song, so you can see what that song.
Oh my God.
I know. I'm feeling very in tune.
I'm writing something right now that I can't tell if it's like uninspired and that it just feels like an experience that should be written about. Do you know what I mean? Or if I actually have something to say about it. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like you'll discover it as you're writing it.
Yeah. That's what I have to get better at is like, this is the worst feeling when you're writing is the sinking realization that you're not quite sure. You're not quite sure exactly the answers. And what you have to remember in that moment is that that's just how it always works. But you just panic in that moment.
know.
You just panic so much. And that's when you stand up and get a handful of granola. But I felt, oh my God, I already know my crush of the week.
Oh my God, that's so fun. I can't wait to hear about it.
Something amazing has come
I
into
can't
my
wait to hear
life.
about it. But this is funny.
It's just you never know what the next joy will be.
100%. But you know my joy right now? So the other thing about the apartment situation is we want to be able to sublet one or the other at any time. So there needs to be like some kind of place to sleep in this one, even though we don't sleep in here. And so I was like, I was going to get like a little day bed for my office. But the first thing is I got it from shout out App Deco, which I really like. They give you used furniture. And it was this beautiful like restoration hardware canopy bed. And it's a twin bed. And the note was, our 9-year-old daughter wants a bed that's more grown up. So we're selling this. And I was like, this is perfect for me. I'm sure that.
Oh my God.
So I have a bed that's not grown up enough for a 9-year-old. It's so cute.
That's so
But
funny.
yesterday I was hungover to absolute hell. I will never do it again. And
What'd you do?
I don't know.
Where'd you go?
I did this show and then everyone was giving me free drinks afterwards. And there was like a party afterwards. And
What show?
my friend Alex's show at Jeans.
Oh, your old friend Alex from growing
Yeah.
up?
And I didn't eat enough dinner.
At
And then I was like,
Jeans?
at Jeans, yeah. And I had the horrible feeling where like you stand up because you've been sitting and drinking and you stand up and you're like, oh my God, I'm like off my rocker.
You know what I've been like tempted by lately? Weed gummies. I'm like
I can promise you they suck and are not fun.
I know, but it just feels nice. The internal chatter is so loud
Really?
right now, screaming.
I'm so sorry.
Screaming from the second I wake up to the second I go to bed, screaming inside my head.
That's
And
because
so I think that's why there's this.
you're alone all day in your house.
Yeah, I know. And yeah, there's just I'm just prone to these fixations and obsessions, and like sometimes they get on fun things and sometimes they get on really not fun things. And when they're on not fun things, it's so hard.
Have you ever found
That's
like an OCD specialist?
No one ever. I mean, I've been to a billion
No one ever
therapists
asked me to.
too, but well, no one's ever been like, you have OCD. And I'm like, I don't think I'm being weird enough to my therapist that they're getting how I
I just feel
am.
like these.
Do you know what I mean?
I only learned recently that like OCD is not like kissing the doorknob 6 times. It's like having thoughts that
I
you
know,
can't stop.
it's-
People love to say this, but yeah.
But it's like I think I suffer from accidentally being too normal to my therapist to the point where they don't diagnose me with my many problems.
You're a performer. You put on a show.
They love to be like, "There's actually nothing wrong with you," and I'm like, "No, you're not seeing it. You're not seeing it."
I know.
God.
But anyways,
no.
yesterday was my new thing is being like, I have to go work. I have to go to my office. And then Brian comes in and I'm fully just sleeping in the bed. That's all I do in the office so far. There's not really this is my first time using the desk. So that's exciting.
It's so
I'm
funny.
so happy though, Pat. Like, oh, I feel like I can finally breathe.
And that what's that song?
But it's sad because I'm about to leave for 2 months.
Oh, you're leaving for 2 months to London?
Well, I'm going to London. Then I'm going to Italy.
Wow.
For fun. Well, London's for actually, you know what? No, I'm going to London to see Lana Del Rey, which I've had tickets for like a year.
Cool.
And then
That's
Italy
amazing.
for vacation with Brian, and then London for previews before Fringe, and then I'm going to Montreal for JFL. And then
Oh, you're doing JFL.
isn't that crazy?
JFL is so, I'm sure I've tried to do this a million times, but it's like, they love to ask new faces back to like be a part of the community, and they've never indicated wanting like a continued relationship.
Well, obviously,
with
I have
me.
the weirdest relationship with them because I love to be like, so my face wasn't new enough for you, but now my face is old
Yeah.
enough that you'll have me around town. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. But and
Yeah.
then to Edinburgh for all of August, and I'm having stress dreams about the show. You know, I have a whole new show I'm
stress
writing.
dreams. Oh, really? That's so cool. That's so exciting. You don't have made the commitment to
What?
doing. Okay, because I'm doing Bell House on July 2nd. I think when will this come out? I hope this comes out. Put literally this snippet in front of whatever the next step is. Whatever the next episode coming out is. But because I'm gonna add a show July 1st. I think finally it took 3 posts for Bell House to sell out, but New York doesn't remember me. And I'm going to add July 1st, and I'm going to just do, I mean, I don't even know. It's going to be full, like, literally improv, because I'm like, I will not do a New York old material. I can't. I just can't. I hate it
I
too
have no
much.
pride.
I did a bunch of, like, newish stuff in
I want to hear about the
Houston.
Houston trip. We haven't talked about that.
Yeah, we had to talk about the Houston trip. It was so nice. Sue Hearns was so nice. Your grandma's so
I want to hear about
nice.
I was dying because I get a text from so Pat stayed with my family when he was doing the Houston shows, and I get a text being like, we're taking Pat to lunch with with Mama and the whole extended family. I'm like, that's insane.
Yeah, it was Mama, her husband, her partner.
Pops.
I don't know, Bob's. It was Mama,
Mama and
her
Pops.
partner, Pops. So Mama's actually partner with Pops, and
Has been for quite a while.
and then 2 of your aunts and 1 of your cousins, I believe.
I wonder which aunts and cousins. Claire and Trisha.
Yeah, and 1 of their sons.
Classic combo. Maybe Jack. Oh, maybe
Yeah.
Sam.
But I kind of was in it. First of all, your mom should be president. I decided at lunch.
I know.
I was sitting because, like, obviously, the table gets split, so it's kind of in a 4 double date with Mama and Pops and me and Lisa, your mom. Of course, double date. Me and Lisa are partnered, and like, she just was talking and she was saying such smart things.
I know, she's literally the most impressive person alive. She's good at everything.
She was so thoughtful.
I know.
She was so thoughtful in any topic that came up, like just always having sort of a well thought out take on like whatever emerged.
That's so sweet. She's a great conversationalist. I will say that she gives so much at the expense of her own health on a daily basis.
Of course. Well, that's motherhood, isn't it?
It's actually crazy. Like, she's always run ragged. She's always like falling asleep, like walking into the door of the house, and then we have to like pick her up and like put her in bed.
I know. And with these early tennis mornings, I'm like,
I
Lisa,
know.
sleep in.
But even like the other day, we had dinner. She came to dinner on Monday. She was in town here for a meeting, and she like woke up at 4 to catch her flight. Gets to town, does her meeting, comes to dinner, is leaving the next morning, and at dinner she's like, she starts like choking on like a piece of bread, but she's like is still trying to ask my friend's boyfriend ask some questions. So she's like trying to like ask about his career like through the bread. I'm like, why don't you swallow and like have some water and then we can like get back to it. And she's like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's so funny. But so then a lot of times it was like, because it was like me and then your grandma was sitting to my left and then your mom was across from me and your grandma's partner, Pops, was sitting next to her. So sometimes we would kind of go side to side and like I did get really in it with your grandma and like, but I was laughing so hard because she was like, we were talking about how funny you were, how smart you are. And your grandma was like,
I know, she's so, and she doesn't need to do the nasty stuff.
and I was
At this point, she doesn't even know what she's talking about. Like, at this point, she's just heard that I'm nasty.
But I was laughing so hard because she was like, because I was like, I'm going to tell her that she doesn't need to do the nice stuff. She's like, but don't say it's from me. Say it's coming from you. So I was like, imagine if I sat you down and I was like, and didn't bring your grandma into it. It was just like, I believe, Catherine, that you cannot be doing this nasty stuff anymore.
The idea of you being like, if you were a clean comic, like your career would be huge.
I know. Well, she did tell me to, and she also told me to pray every day about if I wanted to be an actor or not. So every day I dropped straight to my knees because we were just talking about my work and whatever. And I was like, oh, I can't tell what my relationship with
On-screen acting.
with acting is. Yeah. And she was like, have you prayed about it? I was like,
she's the sweetest woman alive. She called
so
me.
Sweet.
She called me a few days ago, and there's a long history with her memoji. Like, she didn't know how to set up her memoji. So for a while, whenever she'd call, it would be like a bald alien baby head, and it'd be like, Mama, with this bald alien head. So I finally taught her how to change it. But I picked up the other day, and she was like, darling, I had the most wonderful time getting to know your friend Pat. Oh my God, darling, he's just so darling. Anyway, she's sending me Miracle Mary medals to protect me because it's not safe to be in New York. I feel very lucky she's still with us. And that's why I have to get married soon so she can come to the wedding. She loves Brian. Did I tell you what she said that was so funny? She was like,
yeah, what?
Brian, we went to visit her over Christmas, and she's like, you know, I've always loved the Jewish people. And she goes, and then she goes, Jewish men especially. She's just like stars. They're just like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was so happy you got to go. And the only my parents said your show was amazing. They said it was so funny to hear you talk about Mama on stage. And they said the only bad part was that they didn't get to see you enough because you work too hard.
I know, but we did have a lovely lunch, and we had a nice dinner as well. But the dinner that we had at your house, like they had ordered barbecue, which was so good. But
was it good company?
Like, I forget.
Divine,
I didn't ask the
Divine
name.
Coleslaw.
But yeah,
really
so
special
good.
Coleslaw.
But it was just because I took a red eye on Wednesday and then was working on Thursday, and it was like afterwards I probably seemed cracked out. Do you know what I mean?
They didn't mention
I just
that.
had like black coffee all day.
I said, what'd y'all talk about? And they're
Okay.
like, we learned. My mom goes, we learned a lot about Pat's career.
No, that makes me sound terrible.
No, I'm sure she was absolutely asking you questions out the wazoo.
Yeah, I did feel like I talked their ears
No,
off. I didn't mean to.
I want my like exchange student weekend where I go have dinner with your parents.
I know.
I always ask. You know what's so funny? Every time I see any single person I'm friends with, second thing they say to me is, "How's Pat?" I'm like,
it's so interesting.
Everyone loves you more than me, which I accept.
No.
I think it's more that you're like in LA.
Totally. I've become a little bit more in recent weeks closed in, like shut in type thing. Like haven't really been socializing, which I guess I'm fine with. Like I'm doing Chicago this Saturday,
be so fun.
It'll be like it's just hard.
Pat,
It's
that's
like,
so much travel. I actually can't imagine.
I know, and then the following week, New York, and like it's just hard because it's like that's my only time off. But it's like I do want to do it, so it's like what choice do I? It's like what choice?
When
do you
does the
have,
room end?
You know? The room ends in October, but I do think I'll need to staff pretty abruptly after that, just because of the nature of the industry we're in. No one can have just one job anymore. You must hobble together as many 20-week contracts as you possibly can and try to touch us in the schedules that you can make a living for yourself. Due to the nature of that industry, I will resume absolutely living in complete chaos.
I'm hearing some beautiful birds tweeting. Is that my house or yours?
Oh, I think it could be mine.
It sounds absolutely idyllic.
Yes, it could be idyllic once I like set up a little
Maybe
more.
I'll come live with you in October.
Yeah, you should come.
That'd be so cute.
Yeah.
I wonder what's going to happen.
My place is like a rack.
Oh, I had the most amazing dinner last night. Oh my God. Our old haunt, Rucola, by the old studio. Where we had lunch with Michelle Collins.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That is what they call it.
Oh my God.
CVT.
Wait, first, I was at Jonathan Safran Foer's house.
It's crazy, but it's not the same
I
house.
know, which now thinking it's such a beautiful house. I was completely gagged. Agatha Christie exploring the house.
Yeah.
He was hosting this book event for my friend. I didn't know I was going to his house. And so then when it was dropped in conversation, I was like, this is a huge part of my life. I was like, Trude Salutes everywhere, I'll be gagged.
Yeah.
The house was exceptionally.
You know, it's interesting. I don't know if that's going to go in my book, that piece, because like, well, you know, like I don't want to get anyone in trouble. I don't want anyone to be mad at me.
Same, but right, like they're dead.
Well, remember what Emmeline said when she came on? Oh, I want to have Rob Franklin
Oh my God.
on. I want to
Yes,
read
I
his
just got
book.
his book. I can't wait to read it.
He sent me that book.
I've heard
We
it's
should
amazing.
have him on ASAP. Him and my, yeah.
I've been really
so, like,
into my reading journey. Can you tell I'm unemployed?
But
Can you tell I'm unemployed?
But I believe Rob and Emmeline are
They're
dear
best.
friends.
Yeah, I
and
think they live together,
perhaps
or they used to.
roommates.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, and I always think about Emmeline, I forget who she was quoting, but she was quoting some writer, and the writer said, why not say what happened?
Oh, I have full body chills.
Or why not say what happened?
Why am I going to cry right now?
All we can hope for our lives is to witness the human condition in all its ugliness.
Oh my God. Why not say what happened?
Why not say what happened?
Emmeline was at this thing on Monday where I was absolutely wildly drunk. She's the most special girl.
So who'd you go to Ricola with? Who'd you go to
I
Ricola
went with
with?
Ryan O'Connell, friend of the pod.
Oh, cool. How is he doing?
He's good. He's in New York working on a play and then just like being in New York. And we had every bite of food was better than the last. The vibe is perfect there. I hadn't been in like years.
Yeah, I mean, I only had that one lunch with Michelle there, and I feel like we just all had like salads that was huge purple pieces of lettuce.
I know, it was radicchio, perhaps. Perhaps it was radicchio.
And that's when Michelle told me the piece of information that I still think about, which is that, in terms of etiquette, you should never cut a leaf of lettuce. You fold it and spear it and eat it.
Oh, well, I've been cutting my lettuce for years.
I know. I mean, it just seems practical to cut your lettuce.
She was cracking me up. She was in town last week or 2 weeks ago. Did I tell you that? We went to Sardi's and she was making me guffaw.
I want to go. Where should I go? I have to go. My editor's coming to town.
Oh, nice.
It's one of those special things where you pick a restaurant. You know
Of
what I
course,
mean? Like someone's taking you to lunch.
It's a business. It's like business.
So I'm like, I wonder where I should pick to go.
Why don't you ask your foodie friends, John and Claudia?
I know, but I could go. You know what I love? It's like, I kind of want to pick something nearby because I want to use that day to write anyways because some of my precious few Saturdays in town. But like, but you know what's so good? Have you ever had La Scala in Beverly Hills, the original chopped salad? They invented
and the
that
Kardashians
thing,
then brought it to the media. Yeah, it's fucking delicious.
And the famous carrier pigeons the Kardashians brought their chopped salad. I want to. Maybe I'll go there.
You should.
It's just sometimes fun to switch it the fuck up.
I had a meeting there once when like I had one of those LA trips before the pandemic where everyone was like actually trying to make things and they like wanted to work with you.
Yeah.
And this guy took me to get this like massive chopped salad and it was so Hollywood and I loved it. You should go there.
There's nothing like that.
But so what I had last night was I had burrata, heirloom tomatoes, pine nuts, toasted bread. Then we had escarole salad with like feta and these like almonds maybe. Delicious fusilli pasta, roast chicken, braised leeks, fuck me up, and chocolate pudding.
Oh God,
it was so good. God, I wish I looked different right now, but I don't care because this is the journey I'm on because I'm still depuffing from my night of drinking.
And like, what do you think of me with bangs down at the end of the day?
I think you look cute. I think you look really young and wholesome.
I found this new barber, and I'll tell you what, half the price of my old, and it does a great job.
Finally, some good news.
Finally, and by the way, her whole mirror Taylor stuff.
Oh, that's amazing. And that's what you're witnessing that human experience.
The whole time I'm looking at Taylor stuff while I'm getting cut.
I haven't been thinking about her enough. You know what? Everyone's talking about this, not to be so pop culture, everyone's talking about this Sabrina Carpenter album cover, which I think is amazing and so funny, and I love it.
You know what I'm sick of? Just everyone having to have their little take.
I know, then you better get off Substack, because that is where I'm seeing all this thought.
Oh, really?
People are really
It's so funny. I think I might start writing a Substack again. I think because you started your Substack, I keep getting new followers on Substack, which is so funny because I have not posted anything in like 2 years.
Yeah, I reinvested in mine. It's been really fun. It's definitely like I have to do it today, and I'm like, oh fuck, when am I going to do that today?
Yeah,
because I have my trainer after this. Because I'm deadlifting. I'm doing it. Do you know that I do a trap bar deadlift twice a week?
Trap bar deadlifts are great. I can't. So I went back to my classes. I said to Brock, Goodbye to you. Goodbye to every. Remember in Laguna Beach when the girls listened to that in the limo after prom and they all sang it
I
together
never watched
and you
Laguna
just knew their
Beach.
lives were about to. It is one of the most special pieces of content that's
Wow.
ever been put together. Yeah. But you would love it. You should watch it and you should listen to Kristen Stevens' Rewatch podcast as you watch it.
That sounds really fun, actually. Oh my God. Wait.
So-
by the way, the Love Island USA that's on right now is unbelievable.
Yeah. Really, I've never watched the Love Island USA season.
There is one woman who is making Love Island history through her behavior.
Really? Is she having a lot of sex?
No, she's just having a journey.
I saw on Twitter someone was to remember that time in season 2 where the person had the amazing plan of like, I'm just gonna have full sex fully out in front of everyone and they won't air it because it's like so crazy to air
Emma.
that. And then they're like, no, we're
Now I
airing
remember
it.
her name, Emma.
I couldn't remember who she was. I don't remember anything about
She was
her.
with that really hot guy who like isn't on social media. And she was young and she came in.
Wait, who did she steal? She stole Mullen's person,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, it's
And then
crazy
she
how they
rode
sometimes remember.
him.
Yeah, she was riding.
She was doing
riding,
cow.
riding.
She was doing
But she made,
the right way cowgirl, forward cowgirl.
But she like, yeah. Oh gosh, I am. But like, if you're gonna have that plan of I'm gonna fuck on cam and they can't show it, she also covered like the most unshowable parts with the blanket. So it's like you gotta just go full raw.
Maybe she wanted
pussy
people
out.
to see.
I know. And Emma was quite young. I remember she was like 19.
That's insane. I will say I feel bad for this woman that's having her like meltdown on TV because the guy did treat her crazy and she did just have sex with him. And she like tells all the girls that she has sex with him. And you can see obviously it's like insane how they're like zooming in. It's like they zoom in on the blanket and then you literally hear like, yeah, right there. Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
oh my
hot. I think that's hot.
I know, sometimes it is.
Now, if you went on Love Island,
Which
would
I
you have
might
sex
next
on
year. If Brian doesn't propose by the end of the year, I'm gonna get full body surgery.
God, I am watching early Vanderpump again, or just like a little bit. It's like no one. Okay,
Ring on a string.
I will say, Ariana needs to answer for the constant braid headbands, like the constant braid across her thing that goes into the ponytail, and it's like a headband that she creates out of a braid that creates the bizarrest like protrusion
She
over
must have.
here. Do you
I
know
feel
what
like she
mean?
read the artist's way and then was like, "I'm doing this now."
I know it's very just like Coachella. It's like Coachella coded
Mm-hmm.
or something. Like I don't even know.
Yeah, it's what's happening where you are.
I'm not in any like. I popped in on like someone else's like because Claudia had started watching it and
Oh, is she having fun?
when she had gone back to start it, I continued, but so that we never started back up again. But then like we put on like she's still in like season 3. It's like Kristen being the craziest she ever was.
God,
sort
it's
of
so
thing.
good. It's so funny to watch her on the Valley now. She's like the insane one.
I know. I haven't done the Valley yet.
Oh, it's so special. I'm gonna
I'm
order
around,
something
like-
while we're talking, so I need to eat.
But about everyone having takes, it's like I'm around someone a lot right now who it's like, I noticed that it really, really, really prods some sort of like anger in me, but it's like a constant like espousing of like their take on like whatever it is. But I actually can tell they don't even believe the thing you're saying. They're just like, this is and they're saying it with such authority as though it's like, this is the thing you say about this right now.
Where do you think they're
Do you know
getting
what
their
I mean?
information?
Like Twitter, you know
What
what I
are they
mean?
talking
it's like,
about?
This is like anything, like Cole saying whatever to Nicole Scherzinger at the Grammys or in the Tonys, like this and this, you know, whatever, whenever. And it's like, they don't know any of these people. They're just like, no, this is the correct thing, even though I don't even know what I'm talking about because this is like what Twitter has agreed is like the take. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And I'm like,
Sorry, one second. I'm
um,
ordering this thing.
What are you going to order?
I'm ordering a bagel. I know. The worst thing you could ever eat. Fold it up. Fold up 3 pounds of bread. And I need a coffee, and that's why I'm being so... Okay, I'm just ordering this, and now I'm ready to rock. Bagel with
I just saw
eggs,
this-
scrambled avocado. How do you like that?
That sounds amazing. I want like a really good bagel. You know, my niece is one finally. Took her long
About
enough.
time.
She stands on her own, but she doesn't move. She just stands there.
Get moving, queen. I have another.
Get moving.
There's a very tall baby in my life now, and she's so cute and tall, just like Eleanor.
She's cool. How tall is she?
I don't know. Every picture, I'm like, damn, she's long. She's long.
Yeah. Really?
She's so cute. It's crazy.
Whose baby is it?
My friend Catherine.
Whose baby is it? Okay. Oh, yeah. How's she doing?
She's so happy. It's actually crazy. She's like, having a baby is the best thing in my life. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. You never hear that.
You don't hear
That's
that a lot. I mean, it goes back and forth. Why do I look so not okay?
You don't look not okay. I look not okay. I might grab my Arctic vibe really quick.
Of course, of course.
No, wait. So you're out of town.
Oh, yeah. So when are you coming to New York?
So you're out of town. I'm taking a red eye on Friday the 27th, whatever that.
Oh, amazing. Let me look at my thing.
But I have family parties that weekend. It's like sort of where I'm going. So I don't, then I'm doing shows at the Bell House Monday and Tuesday.
Whoa. Sorry, my computer is like shutting down.
No. I'm doing shows at the Bell House. I'm doing shows at the Bell House one Tuesday and Wednesday.
What are the family parties? What are they for?
One of them, birthdays, my siblings' birthdays, because all my siblings are born in June besides me and a select others.
That's wild.
And so I know, well, 3 of them are in June. And so their kind of collective birthday. And then it's also like my mom is like, tries to have a thing that's like if I'm there, because I haven't been home in a long time, for like cousins to come over.
Yeah. And like office hours to see Mr. P.
Oh, so that's Saturday night, and then Sunday is Eleanor's first birthday, which is I think just immediate family.
Is that in Long Island or is that in the city?
Well, that's in Long Island, because my brother and his partner purchased a home on Long Island.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, so they're out there.
Good for them.
They be out there. Yeah. I do, because it's so interesting. Every time I try to write something, it's always about this sort of like suburban adulthood. And so I do need to spend more time there, because I'm like, I don't know why I guess everyone always writes about where they're from, but I'm always just like, you need to spend more time there.
On Long Island?
A second. Yeah, just in terms of it for my writing, I guess. You know what
Interesting,
I mean?
Yeah.
It's just hard when you live in LA. That no one's like a normal person. Oh, no offense to anyone in LA, but no one's just like, no one's engaging with real life. Everyone's like,
I know,
so bizarre.
I know. Well, I feel like you have to be living a normal life in between writings to get inspired, and it's hard to do that there. Everyone's literally just at an event every day. It's so scary from afar.
Yeah.
I'm like, is that?
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess sometimes events are fun. What do I know? But I never, ever think about Houston or have any urge to write about it. Why is that? It's such a weird place.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I know Houston, even though I've been there twice.
Well, you haven't really left like my parents' house.
Yeah, except for when we went to lunch.
That's true. We went to the tennis club.
Oh, I was, and they're doing a Taylor Swift. You at your tennis club, your family's tennis club, they're doing a father-daughter Taylor Swift dance. So maybe you should. I almost sent a picture.
Cute. Oh my God, I want to go.
You should go. You should.
Oh my God, my memory of we did a father-daughter dance for like my softball league growing up, and there's this picture of me, and it was like, I didn't know what to wear, and I was so awkward, and I was in between like not needing a bra or needing a bra, and I think I went without one, and like the photo just looks like I look so uncomfortable.
That's so funny. Like, now, was it a big thing for you to go bra shopping?
It was a really big deal because my mom like was trying to get me to wear one like earlier than my friends. I guess I needed one, and I like didn't want to.
Yeah, brag.
Yeah, totally bragging.
Were you that bitch who like came into 5th grade? With
Not
boobs?
at all. It was just because I was like chubby that I had like extra fat on my chest. It was not. They weren't even tits. It was just like a roll. But they were like,
yes, and girl, same.
But I remember like, oh God, it's like I actually like it's just amazing that like 30 or whatever 20 years later, I'm still like just so cringed out by the whole experience. It's mortifying.
Yeah.
And just being there and like wanting so badly to like be small and just feeling like I kept getting bigger. And eventually I would start wearing like little sports bras. My mom got me like training bras. And then I remember in 7th grade, it was like, okay, so girls, we're wearing underwire now. And I had to ask, I was like, Mom, can we go get like real bras from Victoria's Secret pink? Which we did.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to wear, and then it's so funny. It's like I wanted to wear like thongs. And it's like, why? We all wanted to wear thongs. With like my fucking school uniform skirt. Like what?
I've never worn a thong in my life.
There's still time.
Yeah.
They're horrible. I mean, they feel like, it's so funny. People are like, they're comfortable. I'm like, they feel exactly like how you think you feel. Like you have something in your ass. So which some people like, and no disrespect, of course.
Totally. It's an amazing experience.
Oh my God. I watched a kind of fun true crime doc.
Oh, what is it?
Oh gosh, it's called like An American Marriage, about this woman who was an au pair for an Irish family and then marries the dad, and then they move to the States, and then chaos ensues.
Really?
And I think I know what I believe, but there were some moments where I was like, huh, okay, interesting.
It's like always bad to that question, does anything last? Because I hear that, of course, like I'm thinking it's like, okay, so this guy's, was the guy married when she was the au pair?
So he was widowed.
Okay, so that's different. That's actually different.
And it does play into the story, so consider that.
Oh, I better watch it.
It was good. Brian was out of town, and I had like such a nice weekend of staying in on a Saturday and writing and like watching TV.
Yeah.
God, it feels good when an idea comes.
I watched the beginning of the Titanic submersible doc, but I was like, this is boring.
I keep seeing it pop up, and I'm like, I don't care.
I know.
It makes me sad. It makes me feel weird and bad.
Totally.
Maybe if it happened like 30 years ago, I'd be like, okay. But it's like, I feel like, I don't like when there's a doc about something that happened like last week. It's like, let's give it a second.
I know. Let's get some perspective on that.
It's like they made that movie about the Boston Marathon. I'm like, wait.
Oh, they did?
A while ago. And it was like a year after it happened or something. And I was like, was
it a doc or was
no,
it
it was like an action movie with like Mark Wahlberg or something. And by the way, I don't know if any of the I don't know if any of the details I'm saying are at all correct. So don't listen to a thing I'm saying, by the way.
You're thinking of the movie Ted about the bear.
The fact that they made Ted right after Ted happened is so inappropriate.
The fact that they made Ted, it's just so, this industry
what even
is so
Ted?
funny.
So can you explain the premise of Ted?
The stories we choose to tell. I did see it in theaters with my brothers.
Loved it?
I don't remember. I definitely didn't like it. I definitely didn't really laugh. I think my brothers liked it. I don't remember though.
But
so
what's the premise? Is that a teddy bear is real?
Like it. A teddy bear, first of all teddy bears are real. But I think that it's like, yeah, there's definitely a teddy bear that talks. I forget if that's like one of those things where it's like, we're not explaining it, just it's happening in a world where the teddy bear talks. You know, I think it might have been that. Like, I don't think it was like an ancient witch cast a spell on this bear. I gotta rewatch it. It's one thing that's so funny. It's so funny the lives we lead where it's like, there's just full things that you just don't remember that I guess you tried at some point. Like literally, one of the, as I've been saying, I've had a boss on Cameo, and someone's in their Cameo, they were like, I love Buffy. I'm rewatching Buffy right now. And like, again, for the fourth time, it's that good. But I like, as I'm rewatching it, but just separately, like someone in their Cameo request had been like, I really liked that, like that Buffy rewatch podcast you started, but didn't do anymore. I have no recollection of doing
I don't think you did that.
They were like, I did. They had like true receipts, and and then once they
was that before
told me
Seek
more,
Treatment?
I remember. Yeah, it was like, or maybe no, it might have been like early Seek Treatment. It was with my friend Nick Curcio. Straight as the day is long.
Yes, I always think about his straightness.
I have to reach out to him. I love him so much. I haven't talked to him in a while, but one of my best friends when I was in New York, was a straight man, and I'm not ashamed to say that.
That's perfect. I mean, I'm friends with tons of.
But
wow,
he had never seen Buffy, and like, oh God, I miss him. It's so funny that people we lose touch with.
I know, it makes me sad.
He had never seen Buffy, and
you were gonna show it to him,
and so we watched one episode together, and like literally in his apartment recorded something, and then never recorded again.
Oh God!
But it's just so funny how we forget things. Just that your life is so long, and that's why whenever you're like,
is it okay? Tell me, convince me.
It's like,
sell me this pen.
Whenever you're so wrapped up in the current moment, and it feels so real and it feels so heavy. It's like there are so many moments that have felt like the walls were closing in and I was like about to take my last breath. And like now it's like when I think back to those moments, they were such just they were so finite. They were so like to the point where I don't remember some of them until I'm reminded of them on Cameo. So it's like you know, it's just, I always think of like one of, to me, the most deplorable housewives of OC, which is Heather Dubrow. No offense to her if she's listening. But she actually is around LA and like, but like, she's very, very, very wealthy. And like, she has this husband. Oh, the husband from Botched. They're just like, they are very in love. You can
I've
tell
never
they have
seen
actually
Botched.
a true partnership. Neither have I, but like,
Oh, actually, I
they
know
have
because
a
he
true-
had like a stroke and she saved his life or something.
I would
Because
believe
the week
it.
that I
So,
had a
like,
stroke, I was Googling stroke. And then it was like, Dr.
Yeah.
It was like in the news. I was like, hey, where's my headline?
And it's the kind of thing where it's like, I hate both these people so much, but even still, I kind of respect and admire what they have because they, I think, love each other. But in any case, like, they're so rich because he's like a plastic surgeon and whatever. And like, and she said in one of her wrap-ups of one season, or maybe it was on the reunion when like she got asked a question of, because they are smarmy. It's like they just have so much money and whatever. They have like 6 kids and they just like want for nothing. And she said like, things are really good right now and they're not always going to be, but I want to appreciate this moment when they're good. And I just like think about that sometimes because it's like, I don't know, because there's also been moments that were so good where you're like, oh my God, it's easy street forever. Or
I
like,
know.
I'm always going to be happy or I've made it to something that can't go away. And like, even those are impermanent. Like everything is just impermanent. And you just have to always remember that because otherwise you get so wrapped up in the current moment.
I've really been trying to thank the universe when I'm in a good mood.
Oh, really? That's
Or like-
good.
like
I
that-
thank the universe.
What?
I've just been having, because in this moment where the voices are so loud, there are some moments where they're like a little quieter. And I try to just notice that and be like, well, just enjoy this moment. They're not, it's okay right now. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sorry you're feeling like that.
No, it's okay. But I mean, like there's those
Look at this
moments.
ring that I got from Susan Alexandra.
Oh my
It's so-
gosh.
so for
never
those-
forget when she, never ever forget when she asked me for my address and didn't send me anything.
So let me say, so you guys, it's a hand wrapped around a finger. It's like a ring, it's a hand. But it's so funny because I showed my dad this. I was like, isn't this cool? And he goes, that's really scary.
It's so bad. Well, it's kind of like, is it a comment on like the Wicked press tour?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Eh. Now, someone told me something.
Okay.
You know when someone
So-
tells you about an Instagram,
Sure.
you know when someone, and then Instagram like 3 days later shows you
course.
the Instagram they're talking about. I had this where someone told me that like celebrity hands are changing.
What do you mean?
Celebrity hands are changing.
They're having hand
And
surgery?
no one knows. But like this Instagram was like, this Instagram was a woman, you know, when they're like standing in front of the screen. And she's like, what's going on with celebrity hands? And Cynthia was one of them. A lot of the Kardashians were one of them. There was like a lot, but she's like, look at Khloe's hands in 2010. Completely normal
Stop.
hands. Look at them today. And I will say, they're literally, their fingers are like 9 feet long. It's
Oh my God, I
crazy.
can't
They're,
wait
like,
to
huge,
served up this
long
video.
finger hands. Yeah. So, but it is true. It's like,
These celebrity hands are changing. How are mine looking? Do I look like more of a celebrity or less? Are my hands giving celebrity?
kind of, yeah. I mean,
Thank
it's
you so
like-
much for saying
Oh
that.
my God.
What is your, should we dive into Crush of the Week?
Yes.
Because we have to do ads.
Yes. My grocery week, I'm so excited. You know, one of my true staples in my grocery shopping is Kind granola protein. And now there's 3 classic flavors of that, but I only fuck with 2 of them. So there's honey oat, which just isn't worth it to
Totally.
me. Peanut butter and chocolate. So I usually would do
Those are
a pack of
huge.
peanut butter, a pack of chocolate. That's a little bit less than to get through the week. So sometimes I'll choose one and get 2 of them now. But of course, I'm always like, I should get 3 packets. But I'm like, it's like that thing of like, I don't want 2 chocolates, 2 peanuts, whatever. I go into the store on Sunday, last Sunday.
Where do you
I'm
shop?
in the granola aisle. Vons. It's like not aspirational, but I don't care.
No,
It's
that's
just
Erewhon
like,
to me. You're my Erewhon.
right. Vons Erewhon. I don't know.
Keep going.
When I get my multi-picture deal,
Totally.
I'll definitely shop at Erewhon. But I'm in the granola aisle. I see the honey oat. I'm like, it's not you again, honey oat.
Keep
See
dreaming.
peanut butter. I'm like, let me get one. I see chocolate. I'm like, let me get one. And then I see, and the peanut butter one's orange. The chocolate one is like red. Then I see a yellow package.
Wow.
It's banana chocolate chip.
Whoa.
It is so good.
That would never
There's
appeal to
nothing
me.
like it. I can't believe what they went off with this. It's so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so like that's become a huge staple because I have 2 yogurt and granolas a day.
It's like my least favorite food in the world.
Yogurt and granola is so
I
good.
hate it. I don't like sweet, really.
I love sweet.
I want like the savory hearty every day. I want like rustic tomato beans soup and bread every day. My crush of the week is I saw maybe the best play I've ever seen. Maybe
Oh
the
my
best night of
God.
theater I've ever had. I saw Tony-winning play Purpose by Brandon Jacob Jenkins, fellow Princeton alum. Shout out! And I'd seen Appropriate, which I love, but this is even better. It's like a perfectly written American family drama, but it's also funny, and the performances were just exceptional. And I was literally riveted, start to finish. I out twice during the play. I go, it felt
Really?
God, it's
is it a
so
comedy?
good. It's a drama, but there's funny moments, of course.
Of course.
And
Moments
it was
of
just
levity.
like moments of levity, of course. And it was just, I felt so lucky to see it, and to see it also like post like the week after the Tony excitement, and everyone was just like so responsive in the theater. It was such a good vibe, and it was just a completely beautiful play. And I love the theater can be so good, and that's all I'll say about that.
That's all
No,
that can be said
I
about
don't
it.
feel hot today. I feel swollen. I feel wrecked. But I am going to the gym after this, so that should help.
Where are you going? Oh, yeah. Equinox?
No,
Are you still
so
working
I
out with my friend?
quit Equinox a while ago. I work out with Michael. Shout out Michael McGuire Fitness. I work out with him at this gym near Union Square, and then I also joined the Chelsea Piers near my house.
Oh, cool.
Chelsea Piers is life-changing.
How is Michael doing? I
Oh
haven't
God,
seen him in
he's so
years.
amazing.
Yeah.
I just love him so. It's so nice to. I honestly feel like the main thing of a trainer is like, do you want to talk to this person for like an hour twice a week? Like that's intense. So I feel lucky that like we just can like chat and have fun and like.
Yeah.
And I really trust him, and he's very positive and
Trust
supportive.
is so important.
So I'm really, I'm really trying to get strong. Like I'm doing pull-ups, I'm doing push-ups, I'm doing everything.
Wow.
But it's a slow journey.
I'm just like, oh yeah, I went back to my classes and it's like, they're not quite, well, my little injury kind of went away. So it's like, whatever. They're not quite as like, if I just kept doing what I was doing under Brock, I would have gotten, I think,
Under
so
Brock.
muscular, which would have been really fun. But like, it just was too hard. Like the loneliness and like the like, it just like ever since I've been back in the classes with my little friends, it's been like,
That's good for your mentee.
I've been in a better mood. I just like look forward to it when I wake up.
That's so
It's
nice.
like,
That's
oh. Yeah, and there's a new bombshell into the villa.
oh, who?
It's so this guy. It's so funny because like it's just so funny. Community is so important, but it's just like the little spices of life. It's like when I returned to classes, there was a new guy. It's like, what's this deal? Someone's like, no one knows. And someone like went to because you have to check in on an iPad, and someone's like, I'm gonna go look at the iPad and find his name, and then it's like that, and then it's like the recon, whatever. But it's funny. He came up to me and my friend, who kind of I think also has a crush while he came up to us, but we couldn't tell who he was like kind of coming up to. You know what I mean?
course.
But it's like always nice to have just a little intrigue, especially in the morning, just to like.
God, I miss
brighten
that,
up
like
your
being
day,
in
put a
high
little
school and you're
pep in
like,
your
you have
step.
a class with your crush and you're just like looking forward to it all day.
It feels like high school. Because it's like, yeah, it does feel like high school.
I love it. Okay.
Every time that I look at you. So high
feel
school.
So high school.
High school.
Every time.
Do you think they don't talk? It's just so, they've done the classic thing of like being like, look how in love we are. Look at it. Look how in love we are. Look at it. look at it, look. And now it's like they're not doing that anymore, which is totally normal and natural. It's like they probably settled into like a more normal rhythm, but it's like, okay. But it's like because you did that, now it feels like you're not into each other anymore.
I know.
Do you what
I wonder if they're going to get M.
I know.
I'm convinced I'm going bald here. I have my dermatologist.
It's just so funny how like you meet someone and you just think it's everything, and then no one's everything. It's never everything. It can't.
I know,
be
but can I tell you
everything.
something? I literally love
Yeah.
Brian Moore every day.
I know. I'm not saying that, but it's like that sort of high has to disappear.
Yes, it's not this. It's a completely different emotion. It's like
Yeah.
safety and comfort and like feeling seen and joy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our episode. Are you mad at me?
No, you mad at me?
Not at all.
Do you go out today?
No.
Neither do I.
What?
I had a smash burger last night. That was so
Fuck
good.
yeah. Thank you for listening. When a
Yeah,
heart
so I'm just
breaks,
gonna
it
go
don't
my
break
nicotine
even.
packet.
Seek treatment. If you're boring as fuck, seek treatment. If you're unlucky in love, seek treatment. If you just can't take a hint, well, seek treatment. With Kat and Pat.
That was a Headgum podcast.